This morning I'm going to share with you some tips on how to make your video go viral. You know, when your video go viral, a few important stats will show up. One of the first few things that you see when your video go viral is the number of subscribers that you are getting. So when one of my videos went viral back in April, that's when I just started my channel not too long ago. I started the Chinese channel sometime around, I think it was around early April, might have been late March. And at that time, the pandemic just started. So I really wanted to talk about a topic that was a trending topic. Of course, at that time, I didn't know that that video was going to go viral like that. I want to show you a few stats about that video so you know exactly what I mean by going viral. Okay. And after I showed you my video, I also want to show you a video that Elizabeth did that kind of, picked up quite a number of views in a very short period of time. And there are few elements that we share. And then finally, I want to show you a video by a realtor in the state of Montana, and his video went viral. Mine only went viral for maybe 6 days. And Elizabeth's video probably went viral for about, I think for about 3 days. And these are the realtors' video that went viral. I think it went viral for like at least 2 weeks. And he racked up over 1 million views for just that one video. At that time, when his video went viral, I think he had about 600 plus, not 300 plus, but 600 plus subscribers. So for that one video, he went from 600 plus subscribers to about 23,000 subscribers in just a matter of 14 days. So mine went viral for about 6 days, and then it just kind of went quiet. So a few important stats. One important step is your subscriber would just went up like crazy. I mean, when my video went viral, I was adding a subscriber every 2 minutes. And Justin and I were kind of looking at this. Soon after that, we kind of got spoiled. We kind of expected every video to go viral. Of course, that's impossible. The reason why video went viral was because at that time when the pandemic first started, people, the tenants and the landlords are both worried about the same thing. And they're worried about, well, the tenants is worried about whether or not they're going to be evicted if they don't pay their rent. And the landlords were worried about, well, how they're going to collect the rent if the government is not allowing them to collect rent. So that was a trending topic. And in order for a video to go viral, you need to have a trending topic. And if you don't pick the trending topic, it's impossible to go viral. It's kind of like surfing. You know, when you surf, you need to anticipate before the wave comes. So at that time, I was anticipating that people will pay a lot of attention to the effect of the pandemic on the eviction situation. And that strategy worked out very well because that one video that I had racked up about 1,200 subscribers for one video. And that's really a lot of subscribers. And it racked up about 2,500 hours watched just for one video, and about 35,000 views, close to 1,000 likes, and then the share was almost like nearly 2,000 shares. I want to show you the stats afterwards. So without further ado, let's go to my screen and I'll show you my stats for that video. Now, if you look at my screen, right, and again, you're looking at the analytics. It is in Chinese because I didn't switch it to English. But I just want to show you This is the analytic for one of my videos, the one that got 35,957 views. And if you see this number right here, that's 3.6, that's 36,000 views, okay? And it's got about 2,530 watch hours. And this video added 1,000, as of now it's about 1,233, but about 1,100 subscribers happened over a very short period of time. You can see here on April 19, it added 1 subscriber. On April 24th, in 5 days, it added 1,000 subscribers. So in a matter of 5 days, I added 1,000 subscribers to my channel. Something had to have happened. The video had to go viral in order to add 1,000 subscribers in a very short period of time. So when that happens, that means that I was adding about, average about 200 new subscribers daily for continuously for about 5 days. So it only went viral for 5 days. At that time, it was a trending topic. And the trending topic was the pandemic and the eviction moratorium. I didn't know that the video will go viral like that, to be honest with you. I was just picking a topic that I thought everybody was interested. But the thing is, my audience was Chinese audience. And you know the percentage of the Chinese population in the US is very, very small. So the extent of the virality of my video is very limited because it's limited by the number of Chinese population in the US. So it really only lasted for about 6 days and then it kind of died. There are a few elements that exist within the video that I'll share with you afterwards, okay? I just wanted to show you because I did experience something like that. When that happened, I was adding like every 2 minutes I got a new subscriber, and then my click-through rate was like, okay, over 100%. It was like 120% click-through rate. You know, Justin and I were kind of looking at this. It's like, wow, this is unbelievable, okay? And then if you look at the number of shares that I had, I want to show you the number of shares that I had. And the total number of shares on the screen, it shows 1,979 shares. That's a lot of shares for my video. I never had so many shares before, okay? And the number of likes versus dislike for this particular video is about 90%. The number of likes was close to 1,000 for that one, okay? So about 900 plus number of likes. So a lot of people were watching because that was what's on most people's mind. You know, you talk about surfing. If you surf, you know you want to catch a surf, a big surf and ride the surf. You have to anticipate because if you don't anticipate, once the surf it went by, you miss your chance. See, that's why when you want to catch a trending topic, you have to catch it a few days, or maybe not a few days, but shortly before the wave came. Okay, then you get the effect of your video going viral. Okay, now I want to also show you another video by, this one is by Elizabeth. Okay, and she knew at that time we had the Irvine fire. There was a big fire. So she kind of took advantage of it. Because she lives in Irvine, so she took advantage of it. She made a video for that. And I want to show you her video, and hopefully you can hear it.
观众朋友们，耳湾着了大火，外面就变成橙色的了。然后刚才有警察过来，然后说让我们撤离。我们现在就要搬家，然后我先把最重要的猫咪先打包好，好可爱。然后呢，再带上一些衣服，还有一些就是电脑什么的，还有一些车器、房器。然后我们就到洛杉矶那边住了。
So she had a very strong hook. Basically, at that time, people were kind of, if you were in Orange County area, that's one of the first few things on your mind, and you really need to take advantage of that. And she took advantage of it because she racked up. I'm sure she racked up a lot of subscribers from this one. The total views for this particular video is about 6,900 views. And that happened over, I was paying attention to because I saw her video coming in through my homepage. And if you look at the thumbnail, and it was a very nice thumbnail for this video. Let me see if I can show you the thumbnail. I can't see the thumbnail now, but hold on a second. We'll look at the thumbnail later on, but she actually used very nice camera when she took this one, and she upped her game. So as you know, her video is production, the quality wise is actually getting better and better. I want to show you the fire truck, right? So that
观众
is
朋
a
友们，耳
B-roll.
湾着了大火，外面就变成橙色的了。然后刚才有警察过来，然后
That is a very nice opening. When you get a video with a nice opening like that, you're gonna suck them in. You're gonna suck the audience into your video. So you really need to have a very clear, strong hook to hook them in. Okay, excellent job on this one. And then you see the B-roll. You see the sky. She took some B-roll. So that is a very nice B-roll. And the subtitle is really good as well. This subtitle is something that she added onto her video. This very nice use of the B-roll because it really shows the effect of the fire, with the sun and the smoke and the redness of the fire. You see the sky. She took some B-roll. So that is a very nice B-roll. And the subtitle is really good as well. This subtitle is something that she added onto her video. This very nice use of the B-roll because it really shows the effect of the fire, with the sun and the smoke and the redness of the fire. All right. Okay. And then so it's more B-roll. It's quite a bit of B-roll in her video, so which is kind of nice. And she showed that, her cat, all right? And then she took her cat with her. All these are very nice shots. She obviously used a very good camera for this one. Okay. All right. So it went viral because the fire kind of subsided in a couple of days, so it really didn't last very long. That's why had the fire kind of dragged on and got worse and worse, this one might actually get a lot more views there. Okay, now I want to show you another video that went viral, and this is actually by a realtor in Fontana, but I want to show you a presentation by Karin Carr. As you know, I like watching Karin Carr's video because she makes really good videos, and she teaches realtor how to make video to generate leads. And there are a few points that she pointed out for this particular realtor that explain why the video went viral. That video actually went viral for a couple of weeks. Now, if a video went viral for a long time with a huge English-speaking audience like, over here in the U.S., of course, it's going to hit 1 million views. All right. Now, let's go over to Karin Carr's video. And Karin Carr takes us through this agent's video and shows us, explain to us why this particular video go viral. Okay, so let's go ahead and watch the video together.
What makes a YouTube real estate video go viral? Meet Will. Will made a video about living in Montana, and within 6 weeks, he had gotten 1 million views. Wouldn't you love to get 1 million views on your video? Let's see what happened. On September 1st, Will uploaded this video to his channel. He and I are Facebook friends, and after a couple of weeks, he emailed me and said, "Oh my gosh, I don't know what's happening. I was at about 600 subscribers before this video, and now I'm getting like 200 new subscribers a day. I'm up to 20,000 views on this video already."
So he was experiencing the same thing I did. He was getting about 200 subscribers a day. So when my video went viral, I was getting 2 new subscribers a day, exactly the same thing. But my video only went viral for about 6 days, and his went about viral for about 2 weeks. And of course, he had a bigger audience than I did. And my audience, only Chinese-speaking audience, I had a smaller audience.
And it's only September 18th. Did you hear that? In 18 days, he got 20,000 views on this video.
So he got 20,000 views in 18 days. Okay, I got probably close to 30,000 views in 6 days. So, but mine ended a lot quicker than his ended. He just kind of kept going and going for quite some time.
On September 19th, he had gotten another 1,000 subscribers and was now up to 50,000 views. It was so exciting to watch the progress of this video go from 20 to 50 to 100 to 300 to 500. And in fact, by September 25th, he had 500,000 views on this video and over 9,000 subscribers.
So he in about 1 week or so, he already got about 500,000 views, and he had about over 10,000 subscribers. I mean, if your video went viral for that long, you ought to be racking up close to about 10,000 subscribers with the kind of audience that he had. I wish I had that kind of audience. I did not. My audience at that time was Chinese-speaking audience.
I began stalking this video like you would not believe. I was checking its analytics every single day because I just could not wait for the day when it hit that magic milestone of 1 million views. It kind of stalled out at around 950,000 views, and for a week or so, I was going, come on, you gotta hit 1 million. It was so close, but it just kind of stalled. And then all of a sudden, whoosh, it took off again. And within 6 weeks of the publication date, that video had gotten 1 million views. So what did Will do?
So this guy's video got 1 million views in about 6 weeks, okay? It went viral for about 6 weeks, so that's a long time. It's like, okay, wow, let's just keep going and keep going.
That made that video so amazing? Well, I've identified 5 different things that I think contributed to its success. So let's go analyze it and see what he did so that we can try to duplicate those results on our own channels. Let's watch.
Are you one of the people that's looking to get out of the big city and move to Montana and live out in the country? Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you some things about living in the country in Montana that you probably didn't think about.
So item number 1 is have a clear marketing hook. By opening the video.
Well, the clear marketing hook at that time was, as you know, because of the pandemic, even in the Bay Area, you would observe that people are actually moving out of the densely populated San Francisco to places like Livermore, Pleasanton, more toward inland. That's why places like Pleasanton and Livermore had days on the market that went down significantly. Month supply of home is less than a month. So, see, trending topic was the pandemic, and people, the city sleekers, are moving to more sparsely populated states like Montana. So that is a nice marketing hook about, people just wanted a change. People just wanted to move out of the densely populated area. So he kind of gave a really nice opening on that.
Video with what the video is about and who it is ideally suited for.
See, when you make a video, your opening line should be clear so people know what this video is about. And then for whom did you make this video? Okay, so when I had my video, I could have done a little bit better, although within the first minute or so, you would have a good idea what my video was about. I was talking about the development, about the eviction moratorium. At that time, it was a very popular topic. So that's what happened. Okay, now he's talking about Montana, why people are moving to Montana because of the pandemic.
You grab the viewer's attention right away. Don't open it by introducing yourself and saying, hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and having your brokerage logo all over the background. No, instead, start with a compelling opening statement that grabs their attention, lets them know they're...
When I was a lawyer, I did quite a number of trials, and one of the first few things we learned was at the end of the trial, when we gave our closing statement, you have to make a very compelling statement when you do your opening closing. When you open your closing, okay, same thing with video. When you start your video, start with a line that is compelling, okay? Preferably a line that is emotionally compelling. Now, in my case, when I did the video, the compelling statement was, can tenants live on the property for a year without paying rent? That was my compelling statement, and it was very popular at that time. People were wondering about the same thing. How long can the tenant live on the property without paying rent? And at that time, there was some law that says, even in Los Angeles at that time, tenants, the city's mayor just announced tenants can actually live rent-free on the property for a year in the city of Los Angeles. So that caught their attention, and people were sucked into the video.
In the right place, and encourages them to keep on watching. The second thing that Will did great was the title. Now, you've heard me talk before about keyword research, and living in Montana is an excellent keyword as far as the number of people that are searching for it on a monthly basis compared to the amount of competition there is. And if you've never seen my video on keywords everywhere, you should watch this one next, because I love me some keywords everywhere. But on top of that, he also uses a very emotionally compelling component to that title. And
yeah, it has to be when you decide what title you're going to use for your video. If you want your video to go viral, the title has to be emotionally compelling. And as you know, you saw Elizabeth's video. She had a compelling title. It's about Irvine fire and her cat. As you know, a lot of people have cats at home. And it was emotionally compelling for people to feel for their pets. So people that were living in Irvine were watching that video. I'm sure people that were living in Orange County, they were all watching that video.
That is things they don't tell you. It makes the viewer go, oh, what don't they tell me? I have to know. I want to know what he's going to tell me. It makes them want to know.
See, if you're thinking about moving to Montana, or just for that matter, if you're thinking about moving to a city that is sparsely populated because of the pandemic, you want to move there so you can have a yard for your kids, and with the social distancing. So states that are sparsely populated becomes attractive to these people.
Their curiosity is invoked, and they want to know what he's going to talk about in this video.
When you create title, you have to find a way to create to cause people to be curious about what's in the video. When people are curious about what's in the video, first of all, they will click through the title. And when Elizabeth titled the video the way she did, people were curious about, well, was she safe? Was her cat safe? How did she get out of it? How close was she to the fire? Did the fire cause damage to home? I'm sure if you have a compelling title, people will click through. And you look at the thumbnail. I didn't manage to show you the thumbnail, but the thumbnail was a greatly nicely designed
video. So it's using a well thought out keyword in addition to some sort of emotional component that piques the viewer's curiosity.
Now, the keyword that this realtor used was living in Montana. So he probably did a keyword research and found and discovered that it is a keyword that does not have a lot of competition, and yet there is enough search volume to make it worthwhile to target the keyword. So living in Montana is actually a nice keyword for him, so that he used when he added the things they don't tell you to the title. It kind of raises people's curiosity about wanting to click and go in and take a look at the video.
And makes them just die to know what you're going to be talking about in this video.
We've been getting calls every week now from people that want to get out of the city and move to Montana and get away from it all. And I get that. I can't imagine living in a big city the past 6 months with all the lockdowns and everything. But the people that want to get away, I don't think they realize. And if you're...
Which brings me to item number 3. This is a trending topic that is extremely timely and relevant. We are talking about the pandemic. He's mentioning in the video how Montana was not nearly as affected by the virus as other places because they are not so densely populated. They were not locked down for months and months on end. And in fact, it's kind of business as usual back in Montana, simply because they don't have thousands and thousands of people per square mile like they do in the big cities. Now, this is also a little bit of a polarizing topic because he's saying, don't move to Montana and do all of the things that you did in the big city expecting us to change. Instead, you're moving here because you want this lifestyle. You need to adapt to the Montana way of life rather than forcing your big city views on us locals. Now, some people are going to be offended by that and they're not going to like it. Other people are going to say, amen, brother, and that is okay. We want to be a little bit polarizing in our content if you want people to rally around you and agree with your shared beliefs. It is just as important to repel the people who are not your ideal clients as it is to attract your ideal client. And how do you do that? You do that by making a stand.
Now, when you make a video, you have to take a stand. You know, when we did the video for the October market update, you know how shipping actually took a stand on whether or not he believes there is a bubble in the real estate market. So when toward the end of our video, that live stream for the October market update, I asked all the guests the same question, and people kind of like he's taking a stand. You know, some of the other realtors are not really on the fence. You got to take a stand, whether you agree with him or you don't agree with him. You got to take a stand, okay, on a certain issue. All right, there is nothing wrong with taking a stand. Sometimes by taking a stand, it makes you more trustworthy. You know, if you're that usual salesman, you come across as a salesman, you are considered to be less trustworthy. So that's why some of the videos that some of the Chinese real estate agents took, they are very, very good. Like, for example, there is a Chinese real estate agent. His name is Leon. I think it's Leon Lin or Leon Lee. I can't remember the last name. His video is very simple. You don't see much B-roll at all. You know, he just go inside the house, he took a video, and then it's basically just a vlog. So as you take video of the inside of the house, he will give his own personal comments and unbiased, and he came across as very trustworthy, and people actually like his video, even though it's a low-cost production. But hey, you know, as long as people like your video, why does it matter? It doesn't matter if it's a low-cost production. So by taking a stand, you come across as more trustworthy and less of a salesman.
Now, he was a little bit concerned at the beginning because locals do not like the idea of city slickers coming in and trying to change Montana. In fact, listen to this little bit that he said in his video.
Right now, that's really happened in the Bozeman area. In fact, Bozeman is now known as Los Angeles because so many people from...
And so apparently this is a common thing. People move from the big cities to more rural areas, but they elect the same people that they had in their other city, and then it starts to change and they can't imagine why it's not so great anymore. So he came right out and he said it. Do not force your views on the locals. If you're moving here because you like the way Montana is, don't try to change it. You are the one that needs to adapt, not Montana. He got a lot of comments from locals saying, "We don't want you coming here." And at first he was very concerned and asked me if he should shut off the comments. I said, you know what? It's important for you to take a stand. And the more comments you get on that video, the more engagement it is and the more positive of a signal that is to YouTube. So I say, let it ride.
The other thing we have out here is animals, and a lot of them. We have bear, wolf, elk, deer. It's great, but if you live way out here, you're going to have to be careful with your food that you leave out, dog food, whatever it may be. If you have chickens, they can, you know, draw in these predators.
And thing number 4 that Will did so well was to talk about the cons of moving to this.
Yeah, you got to talk about the cons. Say, for example, if you're doing a video for Pleasanton or Castro Valley, it's okay to talk about the cons. I'm sure that you can talk about the pros as well. If all you're talking about just the pros and there are no cons, you know, you're not coming across as trustworthy. That's why I was talking to you about Leon Lee's videos. He currently has over 3,000 subscribers, and if you ever watch his video, when he go look at the home, he has no trouble talking about the cons about home as well. Okay, being a biased agent, and his videos are intended to attract buyers, and he will comment about the cons with no hesitation at all. You got to talk about the cons. So that will be point number 4. Why this video went viral, because I think he came across as very trustworthy. People just kept watching and watching and watching because people like him as a person.
Area, not only the pros. I believe that this does 2 things in the mind of the viewer. Number 1, it makes you come across as more trustworthy and more honest, because you're not just a salesperson that's going to tell them whatever they want to hear. You're not just blowing sunshine up their skirt in order to make the sale. You're telling them the pros and you're telling them the cons. And when you are telling them the things that they may not like about the area, as well as the things they're going to love, it makes you more believable, more trustworthy, more honest, and therefore you are going to earn their business when the time comes. But maybe even more importantly is this element of reverse psychology. In the video, Will is basically telling them why you are not going to like living in Montana.
Yeah, sometimes you have to use a little reverse psychology. In this case, you know, even though he made this video to generate leads and business, but he also did a little bit of reverse psychology, because sometimes reverse psychology will cause people to actually want to prove you wrong. I mean, you know, you said that I wouldn't like Montana if I come to Montana to live in Montana. Oh yeah, I'll show you why I would love, I'll prove you wrong. So sometimes people will actually do the very thing that you ask them not to do if you use the right reverse psychology.
And by saying, these are all the reasons you're not going to like it here, maybe that little bit of reverse psychology makes them say, oh yeah, I'm actually going to love that. I'll show you. And so when they watch this video, they get sucked in. They want to hear all of these negatives about living there. They end up watching the video a good chunk of the way. Now, Will was kind enough to share his analytics with me, and this video is 7 minutes and 32 seconds long. His average view duration is 4 minutes and 9 seconds long, which means the average viewer is watching it more than 50% of the way through. We know that the YouTube algorithm.
I also want to share with you that when my video went viral, my audience retention was around 60%. Okay, so that's another reason why the video went viral.
Algorithm loves watch time. It wants the viewer to click on that video and then watch it for as long as possible. So if the viewer is watching it for more than half of the video, more than 50% of the way through, this is a very clear signal to YouTube that, hey, people love this video. First it gets the click, then it gets the views, then it gets the watch time, and that makes YouTube want to surface this video to even more people in the future. So pro tip, get your average view percentage to at least 50%, if not higher, whenever possible.
One of the tips to get your audience retention up is to use a lot of B-rolls. And you can see Carol, in Carol's video, she uses a lot of B-roll. A lot of these videos that she inserted into her video, B-rolls that she got for free, okay? And that's one of the tricks that we use to keep the audience keep watching your video, all right?
And you'll have a much greater chance of having your video go viral as well.
You may take care of your property and have it the way you want, but the neighbor may move in and decide to put a bunch of old junky trailers and junked cars all over their property, and because there's no covenant.
Now, this has nothing to do with the reason why the video went viral, but I just want to have this be some encouragement to you, the viewer, who wants to have a viral video like this. It is not overly produced. It is not super fancy. He didn't use crazy expensive equipment and have an editor who spent 16 hours editing this video with motion graphics and sound effects and all of the things. This was filmed very simply. In fact, he was standing there on the side of the road, probably with his phone on a tripod. And in all of the time that he was speaking, we never even saw a car go by, which just reinforces the fact that if you move to Montana, you're living out in the country, you are going to be truly isolated and living in the country, which is apparently what these people are looking for. But because the video just used very simple B-roll, when he was showing the bears, when he was showing the junky cars parked in someone's driveway, that was all stuff that's easy to film on your own with your phone or a very basic camera without having to go all out on video production. So we know that fancy camera equipment and fancy filming techniques were not the reason that this video did so well. And now reason number 5. Take a look at the thumbnail. What do you notice?
You know, even though people say that nice thumbnail, you're gonna have a human face, it's not necessarily true though. I have some really effective thumbnail where even though I had human face on that thumbnail, it wasn't the usual human face that shows emotions, and I still get about 9% click-through rate average, and which is very high. Okay, now this particular thumbnail has no human face, but the title is great though. It says living in Fontana, what they don't tell you. So sometimes you have to try different things. Try thumbnails that have human face, that shows emotions, thumbnails that don't. My personal opinion is that if you're going to put a human face, put one that has some emotion in it. Okay. human face that has emotion tend to work better for thumbnail than human face that don't show emotion. Okay, that's just generally a true statement. But you don't always need to have human face to have a thumbnail that works very well.
It does not have his face on the thumbnail. Yes, I know that as realtors, we want to brand ourselves on everything, but I've been experimenting with this as well. And whenever I make a video for my channel where I assume that the person watching the video is not already familiar with me, they haven't seen my content before, they've never visited my channel before, they don't know me from Adam. Therefore, my smiling face on the thumbnail doesn't draw them in because they don't know who I am. I think the same thing happened for Will. The vast majority of people that this was suggested to did not know him. They did not know his channel. They probably had not seen his content before. And as a result, they did not feel like it was going to be a big sales pitch, and they clicked on it. So do yourself a favor. You can use awesome tools like TubeBuddy's Legend Plan, which lets you do A/B testing of thumbnails, or you can just try making a thumbnail that doesn't have your face on it and see if you get a higher than normal click-through rate versus what you typically get. As much as I would love to have my face on every thumbnail that I make, I'm not too proud. If I get a higher click-through rate by not putting my picture on it, you can bet I'm not going to put my picture on it. So don't be afraid to experiment and see if that works for you as well. So now we know what elements made this video such a huge success, and now we're ready to go implement these strategies on our own videos. Now, having a video go viral is amazing, but it's not necessary to get business from your YouTube channel. You can get business from your YouTube channel as far as clients that call you, hire you, and end up at the closing table with only 50 subscribers or 100 subscribers. Thousands and thousands of subscribers are not necessary, but let's face it, who would not want the bragging rights of saying that they had a video with 1 million views, right? This is what having a YouTube channel does for you. If you want to learn how to start attracting clients to your channel by making...
Now, this particular gentleman video that went viral, really, it is not very sophisticated. He did not use very sophisticated equipment. He made sure his audio is good though. Okay, so I saw that he had a clip-on microphone on him, so his audio was pretty good, even though his camera was at a distance from him. So I hope to share with you more tips on making great videos, because I think great videos can help you generate subscribers. And the more subscribers you have, well, actually the views are more important than subscribers, but certainly if you have a lot of subscribers, that will help in the number of views, and you can actually have some pretty loyal fans that followed you. That's what social media is about. Why have a social media platform and you don't have followers? You want to build followers. There are certain things that other people do well. Elizabeth did very, very well with her channel, and she's highly successful in her own way as far as sales is concerned. But you've been learning a lot about how to make video. You should really try it. If you don't try, nothing will really happen, right? So don't be afraid to try different strategies and different things. Some of this works, some don't work. That's fine. If it doesn't work, then make adjustments and make it work better. If something works, keep doing the same thing. All right? Okay, and that is it for today's training. I hope you learned something, and maybe that will give you some inspiration.